Friday, 6th grade, so I was hoping to be back today, but I'm not. I need another day of rest before I can come back. So anyways, I am going to teach you a new lesson today. It's kind of half of a lesson. So in your notes, you can just call it combining like terms. We learned last week that terms are the, hang on friends, my dog is eating something. Can you pause that? She was just eating a tennis ball. We're all good. Okay, we learned last week that terms are the things separated by a plus or minus little groups. And so if we had something like this, all right, we know this has 3 terms. 5y is a term, 3y is a term, and 7 is a term. So what we want to do is we want to simplify it or combine like terms. So we want to find the buddies, all right? We want to find the guys that would hang out together. So y's hang out with other y's. So these guys and these guys are buddies. So I'm going to combine them. Well, if I have 5 y's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have 5 y's, and I have 3 y's, how many y's do I have? I have 8 y's all together. Now, does 7 have a buddy? No, there's no other whole number, so I just bring it down. So if I wanted to simplify this expression, 5y plus 3y plus 7, it would be 8y plus 7. Now, you don't have to write this every time. I was just kind of showing you how I came up with 8 y's. All right, so let's try another one. So if you're doing an assignment, or when you do the assignment next, it's going to say simplify each expression. So you're going to have an assignment after this, and that's what it's going to look like, okay? So you might want to write this one down. In fact, go ahead, write these down. The first one is going to be 4x plus 5x plus x plus 3 plus 2. And the second one will be 14a plus 17 plus 3a. So go ahead, you can write these down, pause it, write them down, and then unpause it, and then get ready to rock and roll with me. So hopefully you've unpaused it and you're ready to work them. So for the first one, we go through x's only hang out with other x's. So here's an x, here's x, and here's x. These don't have variables, they don't have x's, so they don't hang out with x's. So now I can combine these. If I have 4x's and 5x's, how many x's is that? It's 9 x's. And then I have another x here. Remember, there's a coefficient of 1 if we don't see it. So that would be 10 x's. So remember, 4 plus 5 is 9, plus the 1 that was here if we don't see it gives me 10 x's. And then I can see that this guy and this guy are both constants, so they hang out together. And so 3 plus 2 is 5. So this is the same thing as this, just simplified down. All right, let's look at the second one, 14a plus 17 plus 3a. So if I combine these, those are my a's. If I have 14 a's and I add 3 a's to it, I would have 17 a's. And then I can't combine him because he's not an a, but he doesn't have any other whole numbers, so I just leave him by himself. Okay? All right, now I'm going to put some up here that I want you to work. Pause it after you write them down, work them, and then unpause it and see how you do. So let's go ahead and get these done. This will be like the on your own section. Okay, so go ahead, pause it, write these down, do your best to work through them, and then unpause it and see how you did. All right, so hopefully you've tried your best. Let's see if you got them right. So for the first one, I have 15m and 2m, so that's going to be 17m, and then 10 and 3, 13. 17m plus 13. For the second one, this one was a trick, so let's see if you got it. 20y and 2y, well, y's hang out with other y's, so that's going to be 22y. But I can't add this to it because x's, they don't hang out with y's, so I can't combine them. They're not buddies. So my answer is just 22y plus 15x. If you put 15x plus 22y, that's the same thing, so either one's fine. All right, and then the last one, 8 and 2 are my constants, so they're buddies. So 20 and then 8y and 3y make 11y. And you can write it 20 plus 11y or 11y plus 20. So hopefully that makes some sense. So what I want you to do is you're going to get on Schoology and you're going to find under Chapter 3 Minor Assignments, it's going to say Combining Like Terms Minor Assignment. And there's just going to be a lot of problems like this where you're just combining buddies. I'm going to give you multiple attempts so that you can, if you do poorly the first time, I want you to go back, rewatch the video, see why you might have gone wrong, and then try it again. So do your best, take your time, and if you finish early, you can read quietly, or you can get on Math IXL and do any skill from 6th grade. So that's what I want you to do, and then I'm so hoping to see you on Thursday. All right, thanks, guys.